morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
I want to ask you if you have ever felt like this. Oh no, there's no volume. Here, let's stop.
I do sometimes feel like Taylor Swift.
Well, then you're in good company. Hey, can you help me a second?
Volume's not coming up.
No, and the volume is not on, so can we fix that?
TV board.
You'll be able to proceed without the video.
Yeah, I will. Darn, that was the funnest part. Okay. Well, we're just gonna
Go with it.
go. Okay. So, the video was a compilation of people saying, and there was a little segment about Valley Girls in there, and they used the word like a lot. And we're gonna discuss fillers. I struggle with fillers. I think you all know that. Colleen and I were discussing that maybe we were actually arguing about who uses more fillers than the other. I use them a lot. After my second speech, actually it was my first speech after my icebreaker, I went home and I was so discouraged because I used so many fillers. In fact, I thought, well, did they even understand what I was talking about? And I was frustrated. I even contemplated quitting, which is unlike me.
No.
Yes, thank you. But if anybody understands who I am, I'm a fairly obstinate person, and so I used that as a challenge. I felt like, okay, I'm gonna kick fillers in the teeth, and I'm going to get over my nervousness, and I'm going to work on this. So that's what I'm discussing today. Now, everybody uses fillers, but the use of excessive fillers can become a hindrance to our speech. In fact, it causes disfluency in our speech. So, challenge accepted from me. And I want to challenge you guys today as well. What do we need to do in order to overcome habitual things that we do? Well, we need to think around the issue. So we need to think about the whats and the hows and the whys of whatever it is that we're trying to overcome. The top 5 reasons why people use fillers is because they fill up uncomfortable silence. That's the first reason why people use fillers. The second is because people are nervous, like myself, or not prepared for their speech. The third is to become part of a crowd. This is where the Valley Girls fit in. And their teenagers are really notorious for doing this. They use a lot of filler words so that they can become part of each other. The fourth is to communicate something meaningful, which is really unusual. But a lot of times we use filler words before we say the things that we are meaning to say. The fifth is to emphasize something important, some emphasis on words or ideas that we feel are important. Sometimes we'll say like, and then explain what we want to say. So how should we use or view filler words? Experts and researchers actually say that we shouldn't get rid of all of our filler words. It makes us seem more natural if we don't get rid of all of them. But excessive filler words are a thumbs down. It's a bad problem. In fact, the reasons why excessive filler words is bad is it creates a lack of credibility. It causes people to be distracted from what you are trying to communicate, which is not a good thing. It also creates an uncomfortable audience. Have you ever been in a place where people are saying so many ahs and ums that you're like, oh geez, this is just not the place they need to be? Or a disengaged audience where they're not paying attention to what you're saying because you're just saying so many fillers and you're so nervous, they're just like, yeah, this is not a good thing. So, if we're not supposed to get rid of all of our fillers, but we're supposed to use some, what is the optimum use of filler words? They actually have this. So, most people use 5 filler words per minute, or 1 every 12 seconds. And that's average. But the experts say that we should use 1 every minute or less. So we need to get rid of at least 4 of those things when we're speaking. So I'm going to ask for class participation on this. So everybody stand up, please. So what are the things that we can do to get rid of our use of filler words? The first thing is to relax. So I want everybody to relax, to shake it all out. Okay? And then the second thing is to breathe. So we breathe in through our noses and out through our mouth. And in through our noses and out through our mouths. Okay, excellent. And then we can also stretch our bodies. So do your favorite stretch, whatever that stretch is. Stretch yourself, okay? And stretch your face. They say stretching your face is a good thing. So open your mouth really wide and close it. And stick out your tongue.
Wow.
And yeah, literally. And put it back in, and that's stretching your face. Okay, everybody can sit down. The next thing is vocal exercises. Now, our dear Athena knows a lot about vocal exercises. I'm not talking about singing exercise. I'm actually talking about saying something really loud and saying something really soft. Saying something really fast and really slow. Those are the vocal exercises that I'm talking about. So we can use pauses before we speak. We can use pauses and periods in our heads after we say a sentence. We can use more gestures, which, you know, if we're exercising. We can slow down. We can use shorter sentences. We can record ourselves. This was an interesting one. We can actually record ourselves about 14 times. After that 14th time, we should be able to understand why and when we say and what we do.
That would make sense.
And we can also use less content. If we try to shove in a bunch of content, we're causing ourselves to say more ums. So, challenge accepted, the challenge is extended. I'm going to extend this challenge to all of us. So, I am going to try to use more or less, less filler words when I speak. How about you? Are you going to try and do the same thing too?